Hello and welcome back to the Wrestling Debate, and welcome to Extreme Rules out of 10. Was it a horror show or not? The only place to find out is right here. So the first match on the kickoff show was Kevin Owens versus Buddy Murphy. Murphy was beating Owens down in the corner and takes Owens to the top for a suplex. However, Owens resists. Owens headbutt Murphy to the mat, and Murphy comes back with a kick. Murphy climbs up for a suplex, but Owens continues to resist. Owens sends Murphy to the mat, and then he hit an insane moonsault, which was just, wow, incredible. Owen then hit the super kick and then the stunner for the win. 6.5 out of 10. These two are great. Get them on the main card. The first match of the main card was New Day versus Cesaro and Nakamura. The New Day pretty much dominated the opening part of the match and looked like they were closing in. Eventually, Cesaro and Nakamura looked more likely to get the win, and the finish came when Nakamura repositioned Kofi as Cesaro powered him up from the top, putting him through the double table on the floor with a huge power bomb. 6.75 out of 10. This was a great match. I like the storytelling of how Cesaro and Nakamura suddenly beat into it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do with the titles. The next match was Bayley v Nikki Cross for the SmackDown Women's title. Backstage, Bliss, Asuka and Sane were building up her confidence, and it seemed like it worked. Nikki Cross was pretty dominant in the early stages of the match, but once again Sasha started getting involved, and this allowed Bayley to slam Cross face first into the mats and covering her to retain the title. Overall, I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. It definitely made he look like a challenger who is credible, and of course Bayley continued her heel antics, so I can't really complain. Next up, we got a special Firefly Funhouse from the Swamp, and Wyatt was going on about horror shows and swabs and all that sort of stuff. Then out came MVP and Bobby Lashley to the ring. We see Lashley's recent full Nelson on Cruz. They see Cruz has a bulging disc from that full nation and can't compete tonight. MVP and Lashley joke about it, and then MVP wins by forfeit, and he's announced as the United States champion. I enjoyed this. It was good heel work by MVP, and I can't wait for this story to develop when Apollo comes back. Next up, the eye for an eye match. Seth Rollins v Rey Mysterio. So basically this was very violent. They had scissors and stuff trying to cut each other's eyes out. Not gonna lie, it wasn't particularly pleasant. Kendo sticks. They tried to use the stair spot very much, and that's where the finish came when Seth Rollins did it, and at the end he was being sick, which really nearly made me sick. Yeah, this wasn't pleasant, but in a weird way I enjoyed it, so I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Next up, it was Sasha Banks v Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. Bayley and Sane were at ringside, and to be fair, this was a pretty good match until there was outside interference, and Bayley got the better of Sane, and this kind of ruined the match. Banks grabbed one of her belts to use it, but the referee yells and grabs it from her. The referee and Banks then argue, and then Asuka approaches from behind and sprays Bray miss, but only it hit the referee. Bayley comes from behind at Asuka because the referee is blinded, and Bayley rips the referee's t-shirt and puts it on, sending him to the floor, and he put the t-shirt on. Bayley hit a move on Asuka. 1, 2, 3. Is Banks the Raw Women's Champion? We didn't really know. This was intriguing, but it just left me with loads of questions. 6.5 out of 10. So next up, Drew McIntyre v Dolph Ziggler in an Extreme Rules match, but only Dolph Ziggler was allowed to be extreme. So basically, Dolph Ziggler ended up just trying to wear down McIntyre mentally. McIntyre had the upper hand, but he couldn't use tables or anything like that. Eventually that got him frustrated. Ziggler hit a zigzag, there was a near fall, and yeah, this kept on going on for a little while. But Drew went for a future shock DDT. Ziggler counters and hit a famouser. Ziggler with another zigzag, but he kicked out at 2. He went for Sweet Chin Music. Drew blocked and hit a Claymore kick for the win. I'm going to give this a 6.75 out of 10. He looks like a monster, and I didn't mind that. And then in our main event, Braun Strowman v Bray Wyatt. I have no idea what this was, and this was just utterly crap. After about 5 minutes, I wasn't even watching it, I was just scrolling through Twitter and thinking this is crap. But basically, we had weird moments. Alexa Bliss was there, going on to talking to Braun Strowman. It was all very odd. But anyway, the finish came when the Fiend returned, coming out of the water, and started staring down the camera. We hear Wyatt laughing in the background, and that was it. Did Braun win? Did Bray win? Who knows? Very odd. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 10. And overall, I'm giving Extreme Rules 6.5 out of 10. To be honest, I thought most of it was alright. It was just let down by that weird main event, to be honest. The rest of the show was quite good. But yeah. Anyway guys, that is it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments below about Extreme Rules and that weird main event. Remember to follow me on Twitter for wrestling news. Link to the description below. Subscribe to my other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.